Good morning and welcome to our Facebook Live this morning. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Jenny McCormack and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire in the UK. Thank you very much for joining on a Monday morning. I've had a busy weekend, but a great weekend. Morning, Louise, at our Let's Get Creative event. And this was an all-day event on Saturday that I run with two of my lovely team members, and that's Tara and Lynn. And we run an all-day event with 3 different classes, so people will get to see 3 different sets of projects to make, and also they get to chat with others, have a day of crafting in a relaxed and fun environment. So that was Saturday. So I have to say that I did do a bit of recovering on Sunday, and that just means I didn't do very much. The car is unloaded, but I have to say not everything has been put away. The majority has, but not everything. So today I'm using a really simple and easy stamp set. I needed an easy start to Monday morning, and this is called Flowing Flowers, and in fact it was this stamp set that I used for some of the little table gifts that we gave everybody at the event. And this is in the January to June catalogue. It's on page 36 if you need to have a look at that. It gives a great example here of using the Stamparatus, because you can use that to create cards really quickly and easy. Put 3 stamps on the plate and ink up a little bit of green and stamp, and then you can repeat that to make multiples of the same. This has got a very small little box here that's been decorated. I don't think you can see the detail, but it's just really pretty. And this is one of those sets that is DistINKtive, that's what they call it, that's our trademark, which means that there is a lot of detail built into the stamp itself, so the stamp does all the work, which is always good. So we have 3 main floral images, as you can see, and then we have some really nice sentiments in a nice font as well. So just a note: I like you, time for a happy dance, thank you, happy birthday, and then sending a card instead of a text. And I think that's great, especially inside of the happy birthday or the thank you. It's all too easy just to send a text these days, but it's lovely to be able to send a handmade card especially. So this is Flowing Flowers, and it's £24 and it's red rubber. So this is it here, and today I'm using Flirty Flamingo and Blackberry Bliss, which is quite an unusual choice for me, but this was what I used for the thank you gifts. I thought, yes, I used the Blackberry Bliss for the sentiment so it stands out, and then Flirty Flamingo for the flowers. And so I've got a card base here. So I've got a white card base, a Flirty Flamingo layer, and then a white layer that I'm going to be doing some stamping on. So I'm going to be working on this layer to start with, and I will of course stamp on the inside of the card and also stamp an envelope as well. So let's mount these up. I do apologise that I haven't as yet put any labels on, as you can see. So let's get all 3 of these detailed stamps out. There we go. So I hope everybody has had a nice weekend. Good morning, Dee. Thanks for joining us this morning. I hope you've had a good weekend and that you had some relaxing time. Okay, so let's grab this And I just want to stamp out these flowers so you can see them, and then we'll make the card. Morning, Jill. I hope that you're well. It's good to see you online. I hope you're managing to put things away in your temporary home. So I'm just going to stamp these so we can see what they look like. So there's that one. And I just think it's so pretty. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I love flowers and simple floral images especially. Oh, there we are. Just looking for my... Good evening, Kerry. I hope you're well. Hope you managed to catch up with our lives from last week. For those of you who don't know, Kerry is in Australia. Hi, Kate. Thanks for joining us. So this is that one there. Let's take the label off this one. So I haven't even used these other ones. I just used the one for our thank you gifts. So just going to stamp this up. And I've got quite a few different ideas. So I think this stamp set will be my feature this week, because I want to do some triple layer stamping, some work with the stamper artist as well. So I'm going to make this my feature this week. Oh, excellent. Yes, Kate, I thought that was why I would explain. Sadly, Kerry often has problems with her internet being patchy, so she doesn't always catch us live. Okay, so we've got these 3 images here, all really pretty, and I'm just going to stamp one in Blackberry Bliss so you can see the difference. I'm not sure how much ink I've got on here, but I'll just try it. Oh, a fair bit. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I do want to very quickly stamp the sentiments as well, if you can bear with me, because you know what I'm like. If you don't get them out and stamp them, you're less likely to use them. So one thing that I do, that if you've been following me for a while, is to get all of the stamps out and stamp them, because they can come out quite different to just seeing them in the set, if that makes sense. And then what I do is I keep this card with the stamp set, so that if somebody wants to see it, I don't have to stamp it out. I can just show them the samples, and it also just reminds me what they were like. So let's just use some Blackberry Bliss. I'm just going to quickly do these, and then I will get stamping. So it's a nice thank you. Hello, Jane. Oh, and hi, Sugar. Lovely to have you join us this morning. The bags were a great success. So if anybody ever needs anything personalised, the lovely Sugar, let's get this the right way around, is my go-to person for creating our bags that we use at Let's Get Creative. And you may have seen a photograph of it on my Jemini Crafts page. So she does an excellent job. Okay, this is probably one of my favourite sentiments. If you know me, you'll know exactly what this says. Just a note. Love it. I like the fonts of these. I think this is lovely. There we go. So this one says I like you. Oh, that wasn't very well done. There we go. doing a bit of an angle. Oh, Kerry, yes, it went really, really well. Everything went smoothly and everybody was so nice. And we had some 5 new people come along. So that's always good to have new people in. And everybody just got on so well. The projects were really well received. And it was a good day, and it went so fast, Kerry. It was like 1 minute it was 9:30, and then the next minute it was 4:30. But everybody had a good time. Thank you for asking. So I will pop up some more photos on my Gemini Crafts page. Let's pop this up here. There we go. Just a really pretty set of sentiments, isn't it? Okay, that's all of those done. Right, so ignoring my mistake there, that's the rest of the set. Okay, so those are stamped in Blackberry Bliss. So let's do some stamping. Let me grab a piece of grid paper. So our next event will almost certainly be in June, so we'll be releasing details of that shortly. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do for this one is stamp a sentiment first and then just build up my flowers around it, and this is a really easy way to do a card. Oh yes, Carrie, we can pop the projects on. What's really nice is because there's 3 of us, we have 3 very different styles. So it works really well. So I will pop up some photos of all of the projects. I have to say mine were floral. Tara did a really nice little stationery set with a folder and cards to go in it, and Lynn did a great class with the New Horizons scenery paper and then stamping scenes on, and she did a very clever little trifold. So all in all, it was a great success. Okay, so here I've got just a note on there. And then I'm going to bring in some of my florals to stamp around. So this is a great way, if you've got limited supplies, just 2 colours of ink, just do it this way around, will make a great card. Okay. There we go. Let's pop one up here, like that. There we go. And then I'm going to use the middle sized one to do a little bit of fill-in, sort of in these areas here. There we go. And it's quite nice because these are quite big stamps. You don't need too many to fill in your card. It comes really quickly. And we've got a bit of sunshine this morning. I can see a bit of blue sky. So So that's good. I hope the rain has stopped with you, Kerry, and you haven't got too many floods going on at the minute. Okay, just covered this one up, clean this one off, and then I'm going to layer this. Oops, daisy. So I've got my Flirty Flamingo layer of card, and this is my white layer. So my white layer is cut at 9.5 by 13.85, and then this is 10 by 14.35, and then this is a standard A5 piece of card folded in half. So this is 10.5 by 14.85. So those are going to be my layers for this one. So nice and simple, and I'm just going to add a little bit of bling to this. And let's stamp the inside before we do that. So I'm off to a toaster this afternoon for coffee and card. Oh gosh. Oh, you're okay where you are. Thank goodness, Kerry. But you know, you feel for people, don't you? I think, well, I don't know what's worse these days, but rain and flooding is pretty high up on the bad list, isn't it? Okay, so that's our inside, and I'll do another one on the envelope, but you don't need to see me do that. Let's just add these layers together. So for my project as well, I used our new stencils, and we had great fun with those. So I think I will introduce those this week as well. There we go. There's that layer, and pop it on the front. So a nice easy card. I'm going to have to rename my Monday mornings, I think. Just to imply that Monday mornings are always going to be nice and simple. I need some alliteration though to think of that. There we go. And let's just add a little bit of bling to this. It's just so pretty. I'll bring it up to the camera. Just move my phone out of the way. Just deciding. Just got some of these very pretty little sequins, which I think came from, I'm pretty sure came from one of the kits, because it's not a standard size sheet. I'm afraid I can't remember which kit this would have been, but most of our kits have a little sheet of embellishments included, and I think these are perfect because there's just a hint of pink in here. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, like that. There we go. So there's our first card. Nice and simple. Just a note with the flower stamped inside. Okay. I'll leave those out because I might need those in a minute. And then let's do a little bit of stamping on this background, I think. Okay. I want to try some tone on tone. Because it's a DistINKtive stamp, it's not really going to stand out that well. So if it doesn't work, I might switch to Blackberry Bliss. So give me, let's try. Okay. I don't actually know. That's too subtle, isn't it? Let's just try it with Blackberry Bliss. Just going to try this on the other side, and then I can decide which one I'm going to use. I'm not sure. I might need to do both and then decide. So I'm just turning my piece of card round. Complete with a edge. Let's see what that looks like. It's a completely different look, isn't it? This is really soft, and the Blackberry Bliss is really quite harsh, but I think it might do the job for what I need. So for this one, I'm going to have a change. What I think I'm going to do is lay this onto my white. So this is the same size layer as this one. So that's my background. And then just pick out this with the lighter Flirty Flamingo as a layer on top. And I'm going to switch flowers as well. Not quite sure which one I like the most. I'm going to stamp my sentiment first. Let's put thank you in the middle, like so. I don't know if I got that straight or not. Goes up a little bit. I will put the labels on after. I didn't want to bore you by putting the labels on while you were watching. Okay, so here's my thank you again. So just lots of light tapping. That's going in the centre, like so. And then I'm going to put this around the edge. Oh, that's quite nice. It's got those little sort of bits that give it a bit of movement. There we go. So nice and easy, just 2 colours is all I'm using. You could, if you only had one colour, you could use that and stamp off a little bit. And let's do that edge there. So by stamping your sentiment first, you can sort of work your way all the way around. Now I've cut this with the Stitch Sweetly dies. It's one that I happen to have at the ready. So let's have a look at that. Let's take that away for the minute. See if we think this will work. Yes, I think it does. Quite bold background, certainly bold for me. But I think this will be just too too light. I could go for a mid-tone, I suppose. Could use Calypso Coral or something in between. But let's be bold and brave and go with this one. Okay, just working out where I want this to go. I think it's going to go like that. And I just want to put a little bit on that very edge. So let's bring this one back. Like so. And then we're all done. So you've got to help me with an alliterative name for Monday. To imply that it's nice and soft and easy and gentle and quick. Beginning with M. Monday, something. There we go. And I'm going to put the light one on the inside. Just going to turn that over so there's no I'm going to be bold. Use that one again. So this will be my featured stamp set of the week, and it's called Flowing Flowers. There we go. Let's just clean that off and layer these up. So that's my inside, and I'll pop that on the envelope as well. And then I'm going to put this one flat and then this one up with dimensionals. You could add some Wink of Stella as well if you wanted to. Give it a bit of a sparkle. Make it Mondays. Yeah, but I make it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But yes, that's good so far. I just want a word that implies it's quick and easy and, you know, not complicated. I'll have to get my thinking cap on. Monday Moments, that's quite nice, Jill. Go. Let's pop some dimensionals onto that if I can find them. I've got some odd pieces here. I haven't got them out of that bag yet, so I'm just using little ones I wouldn't normally. Monday Musings. Okay, put these off. And I don't know if Sugar is still watching, but one of the other things I have on my desk, excuse me, one of the other things I have on my desk and my drawer is a little rubbish bag that hooks over the drawer edge that Sugar and the Stamping Sisters made me a while ago, and it's got my name on it and it's fab. Highly recommend it. I would show you, but it's full of rubbish, so when it's empty I'll show you. Now, middle or top right? Oh yes, I can't turn it round. There we go. And I'm going to add a little bit of bling to this one as well. Make it on a Monday. Hi Babsy, thanks for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you at team meeting tomorrow. So let's pop some of these. There was a song, wasn't there? Easy like, oh, perhaps it's Sunday morning. Easy like Monday morning. Damn, that won't work, will it? Okie dokie. Got 3 there and 3 there. So there's my finished card, if you can see that. I haven't got my overhead light on today because we've got enough sunshine. So that's my second card. So that's using just a die cut piece, but you could cut that with a craft knife and a ruler or a punch shape. And then this was my first one, which is this one here. Let's bring it up a little bit. So I've just gone for a single colour. So I could call it Monochrome Monday. And this has got the 2 colours. Obviously I've got a different colour for the sentiment. Okay, so there we are, on time as well. That's a bit of a miracle, isn't it? So thank you so much for joining me. This stamp set is called Flowing Flowers. It is available in the January to June catalogue. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. So I hope you've enjoyed my cards today. Thanks, Babsy. So I will be using this set all week, but with a whole different set of techniques. So it'll be a technique week this week, focusing on this stamp set. So I'm going to use some of our new masks for some stenciling. We're going to do triple time stamping and use the Stamparatus as well. So I hope you're able to join me for the rest of the week. Oh, and I've got another one to show you how to make these different colours and also use blending brushes with your stamps. So plenty for us to get through this week. So thank you so much. I will pop photos of our Let's Get Creative event on my page, so you can see those. And I hope you have a good week. I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow it will be I want to say 10 o'clock, but I need to check something. So it would normally be 7, but obviously we have our Creative Gems, that's my team, our team meeting at 7 on the second Tuesday. Let me just see, bear with me, sorry, just look at my calendar to what else I've got going on tomorrow, because I'm sure there is something in the morning. Okay, let's assume 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, unless I advise you otherwise. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you joining me today. I'm off to make a cup of coffee, tidy my craft room, and I'm prepping for this month's classes and class in a box. So watch out for details of those. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see some of you, Jill at least, this afternoon at Toaster. Thank you so much. Take care now. Bye, everyone.